Hi everybody, Happy New Year. It's nicholefecteau from Better Homes and Gardens, Masiello, and I am here, look, one of my New Year's resolutions is to do more walking on my treadmill, and so I have it set up with my computer, and I've been doing at least an hour a day. I'm still recovering from surgery, so that's about the extent of what I'm allowed to do right now, but there you go. So what I wanted to talk about today is your property records, like your tax card, your deed, any information that's available out there about your house, and why it's important that that is accurate and how to change it. So there's a link at the top of this post if you want me to pull the information about your property, and that includes your tax card, your tax map, which will have the dimensions of your lot on it, your deed, any mortgages, any discharges, any liens. There's a lot of information available out there about your property that you might not be aware of. So fill that out, send it over. It's a good exercise for me in pulling information about property. It's not something that's automated. It's something that I will physically work on for you, and I'll send it back over to you electronically, and I can also print it out and mail it to you, because it's good to just have that stuff in a folder in case you ever want to reference it. But why it's important is, so if your house, let's say I've dealt with this recently. So you have a house, I go out to the house, I am doing a walkthrough on it. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. The basement is finished. And I, record all of that. Now finished, a square foot of finished basement space is worth about half of what anything is worth above the ground. So in Berwick, it's about $48 a square foot, and this is for appraisal purposes. This isn't for pricing purposes. So about $45, $48 a square foot. In your basement, that is worth $24 a square foot. So it's important. It adds value to your house in the eyes of an appraiser. So if your tax card doesn't say that your basement was finished, like if you finished it yourself, a lot of people do. That's one of the biggest things that people finish themselves is their basements. So if you finished your basement yourself and your tax card doesn't reflect that, if you put it on the market, put it under agreement, an appraiser is going to come out and have your tax card in front of them and not show that square footage on your tax card, and the appraiser can't count that. Furthermore, if you finished it yourself and you did it without a permit, usually if it's not showing up on your tax card, it's because you did it without a permit. So when you pull a permit to do work or have work done to your house, that automatically flags assessing, so that when the permit is closed out and you get your CO for that permit, the assessing department will update your tax records to reflect the changes. And that's good. Maybe not for paying taxes, although we should all be paying our fair share. It's good for when you go to sell your house, because you want that information reflected. So the appraiser in this end said, you've got 1,000 square feet finished in the basement and it's not on the tax card, so I can't count that toward the value of the house when appraising. And it was easily remedied. It was a matter of going to the town, getting an after-the-fact permit, which costs twice as much. The inspector had to come out and look, or the code enforcement came out and looked at the property. They did not require us to rip down any walls, but sometimes they can require, if there's electricity or plumbing or anything, they can be required, or they can require you to open that up so they can see that it was done properly. Good to just do things right from the beginning. But we got it after the fact permit, we updated the tax card, and then the appraiser was able to count that space. So that's just one way that it's important to look. Now, when you're looking at your deed has all kinds of things in there that people probably have never even looked at. Not only does it have the metes and bounds of your property, so how much acreage you have, but it's also got easements. It's also got rules. There's deed restrictions in there. And a lot of people have never seen theirs. So anyway, it's important to know these things. It's important for all of this public information to be accurate. If you'd like me to pull yours, go to that. If you're watching this on my YouTube channel or another one of my channels or outlets, I will have a link for you. Just fill it out. It might take me a little bit, so it's not an instantaneous thing. It's physical work that I have to do, but I'm happy to do it because it's important, and I love to help you guys out and provide information that you may not have even known was out there. Have a great day. If you are looking to buy or sell property in the Berwicks or Southern Maine region, I'm licensed in New Hampshire also, but this is my expertise. You can shoot me a message right now at 207-251-9535. I promise I'm the most responsive agent you will ever meet.